I knew it. I knew it. This scene right here proved everything. I took a horrible picture, but this proved all my point. It also proved Tori point from last week
Uh-huh.
because it proved everybody point. Everybody we thought was who they were. Where Gaia is a turncoat against them. Rhodey is
Brody
a
is real.
scroll, and Laura is a scroll too. And she tried to guilt trip and gaslight one and only Nick Fury. Y'all see Tori been getting beat up, as y'all can see it by his arm.
I was gonna say it's
I
been
am
rough. It's been
joined by
rough.
said I am joined by said Afro coming 765. How you doing, Dayton?
You already know your local neighborhood scumbag. Here to give folks our daily dose of dirtbag. I told y'all niggas he was a Skrull. I said it.
And this time we are joined by the one, the only best in the Midwest on that mic, the one and only Uniqo. Wait,
Hello.
I did give you a good enough introduction. You didn't have to say nothing. Just say hello. Let's go on the host get Tori a little jealous that I see you, Tori. I see you. I'm gonna come up with something for you. All right, let's get
It's
started.
all right.
I gotta add more baddies to the intro, and then I gotta add Tor and Murray to the intro.
Well,
But we are
why
here.
didn't we go to the white party, which I'm sure was full of scrolls?
Pretty sure it was because this episode was really good. I actually enjoyed it. It's probably my favorite episode of them. It kind of got us started a little more. We
Yeah.
getting into it. First two episodes were trying to heat us back up after having, as I stated every week, non-existent storyline in this and just randomly getting thrown into this world after not being here.
We're
The
starting to
entire
get some
time.
background now, though. Episode
Yeah.
3's a pickup.
Yeah, so we're not picking up. We're getting into the spy stuff, and we actually getting into actual cost, and I'm talking about real world extreme cost.
Yeah.
Episode 3 reaction, recap, breakdown, review. This is Keep It 99. Episode 3 betrayed Marvel's, aka Disney's Secret Invasion. How do y'all feel about this episode? Uniqo, tell us how you feel.
I mean, there were some stakes. There was some rekindling of relationships, if you will. I'm Talos. I'm still kind of weirded out about him. I'm not sure. I love how they put oldly looking people,
Older
geriatric
looking
people.
people.
Yeah, they put them in these situations when they're like, "Oh, I can turn into people." What was the point of him turn anyway? Just to be caught 2 seconds later. Anyway, I mean, but there was some real stakes there. There was a time limit, but it came at a cost. And now we gotta see because I'm completely on board with the whole Fury's wife is exactly a Skrull. I'm not sold.
Well, we know she's a scroll, but
I
she
was gonna say that it worked. It makes sense. Of course, he got caught up. He was working so close.
You notice that she changed her phone from a Samsung flip to at the end she just had a straight up like phone.
Well, it's because one of those was during the flashback to 1998.
No. This is when he was with
Oh,
with
that's
his
a phone
wife.
I think it's supposed to just call them.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, okay. So it was like a burner phone for
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
graphics.
noticed that part. I did notice that part of it because when Nick was looking at the phone, it was pink and it was a Samsung flip. But when she called my guy or trying to get in touch with him,
Yeah.
it's a straight up and down phone as you can see in the picture there. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's a build up. That's how all these Disney series, Marvel series go. They build us up. It's episode 3, and I'm sure Monray would probably say, it probably ain't about to get together until episode 5. Right now, it's gonna keep going, and that's probably what he would probably say in this instance if he was here. Is that episode 5 or 6 is when it's gonna start getting real.
So at the end.
Yeah, this episode, this is a 6-part.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 6 episodes. So he would say this is where the climax is starting to get there. So that's what he would probably say. And I would agree. I think next episode is gonna be action packed for sure.
I do too. They finna really get
Episode
into
4. Yeah.
They finna really get into the spy stuff. Tor, your thoughts on this episode?
I told y'all niggas he was a Skrull. But I like how we're slowly even though we had a bunch of heavy foreshadowing that was super heavy-handed, I like how we're answering certain questions, but not outright. But there are a couple of things that I'm not so sure on, like the PR team, like with how we're releasing the trailers in certain ways to where it's like semi spoiling and stuff. Like, is I really don't have any. I really don't have any problems with the story so far, so to speak. It's had an amazing feeling. Talos. One of the things that stuck out to me the most that I enjoyed about this is when Talos was sort of calling Nick Fury out, like, nigga, you would just be another unremarkable nigga at Shield if you hadn't have clicked up and had this secret freaking Skrull contingent to work under you. I enjoyed actually getting a look at Nick Fury back in the day. Like what was the lead up from right after? Because we know the flashback was 1998 this time. It was 1997 the last episode. So I'm wondering if we're just gonna get like episode by episode, like sort of flashback after flashback for what Nick Fury went through in the lead up to the snap, all of the sort of in between time that came from Miss Marvel. So I'm all for it. I like the freaking flashbacks, and even though Nick Fury with hair is disheveling, here's crossing my fingers for a Terrence Howard fucking pop in.
Oh God.
That would be hilarious if we found out Rhodey been a Skrull the entire time
Yeah,
and it was Terrence. I would be like,
bruh,
I was Rhodey the whole time.
if he has been a Skrull for that whole 15 years, the lead up, like I said, it lines up. The timing lines up for freaking the end of god dang Iron Man 1 or 2 to lead up. I mean, if he was a Skrull the whole time, it would fit.
Hey, you know it'd be funny if it's like that last episode and we Rhodey come out like we saving Rhodey last and then Terrence Howard come out. I knew
Bruh.
you would look different, mother.
I was gonna say,
You know,
it's just gotta be
Samuel Jackson
Nick
got
Fury.
some
I
mother.
knew something was different about this nigga, but I could not put my finger on it.
He just
Well,
said,
then
mother.
that puts Hulk, that puts Bruce Banner under the limelight there for a
Right
second.
before World
I
War
still
Hulk, they
need to
own
know
him
how
again.
they. I want to know how. We still need to know how Super Skrulls are going to get invisibility, though. We've gotten all the other powers down. Like we know how they're getting stretchy. We know how they're getting strong and fiery, but we need to know how they're going to turn invisible. Because I don't
Wait,
think
did
any.
Talos
Because
hit him with a butter knife?
yeah, but he got Skrull strength though, bruh. But I liked in that scene though, Gravix actually, because it was a good callback to the whole. Because I had almost forgotten about Extremis, but it's I like it, bruh. I like what we're doing here. It's nothing. It's heavy-handed in certain regards, but it's subtle enough to still be really cool.
43 minutes was the runtime for this one, gentlemen. A far cry from the 59 minutes that we've been used to.
Yeah,
True.
I think when they get lower, they mean they into the store and they got rid of all the expose they want to get through.
I always think when I see a shorter runtime that the episode costed more, so I expect to see some big scenes. Which I mean, I guess we didn't really get that
this
except
scene
for like
was dope.
that's what I was just about to say, like the mass graphics scene or into the healing. But
You know, one thing I didn't like about
always
that
seem to
scene,
think that.
I wish this scene would have had like better music when it happened. I feel like it should have been
You
like
felt like
way
it should have
more,
been something a little cooler.
a little more epic. Cause it was dope. If you like, I want to replace this scene and just put a different song behind it, and then just see how epic it was. Cause when he hit that turn, when he came up and grabbed him by shirt, and everybody stood up and turned into him, and he looked around, I'm like, this song kind of don't. The song don't hit like it should, bro.
It's not matching up with the gravity of the situation.
Yeah, like bro, you thought you had him 1-on-1. This dude had a whole setup with everybody in the building is him.
It was very unexpected. Very unexpected. Like that means that whole establishment is run by the Skrulls, and that's letting you know.
Well, you gotta think there's millions of them, Joe.
They deep.
And they all turned to him just to make a statement. Like you don't even know if this the real one, dog.
I was gonna say you don't even know if you got the real nigga pinned down. This was the ultimate show of solid. It was a Spartacus moment. That I'm Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus. You guys know. You guys remember the movie?
I do. I know that tale very well.
Another thing I thought was weird is that we learned how Skrulls age, but some reason this woman aged poorly compared to all the others.
I was going to say
Well,
she's
not
the
this ain't the
only
right one. This
scroll
one.
that ain't
Yeah,
looking. Yeah, she's the only scroll that ain't looking super youthful.
you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is 20 years. Don't y'all live like times 8 us?
Hey, I was going to say, was this a low key slight at black people to be like, yo, black don't crack unless it's scroll?
I did like the fact that he like, you like this look, and she like, I got it just for you, and which leads back to
How did
Tori's.
she not turn into some super sexy freaking like? If you were knocking down a scroll, think you could be banging any chick at any point in time, yo.
Maybe that's what he liked, Tori.
Come on,
That'd be
Tori,
cool.
last week you put him as a chubby chaser. This week you talking about you putting his
if he could be he could be anything he wanted to be if his wife's a scroll.
Well, that's what he liked, Tori. He like an old homely.
He likes her to age.
I don't know if he like it. He ain't seen it in 7 years.
We gotta acknowledge she's choosing to show these aging lines. Like she could zip that up with some scrollless.
Well, Tori, she ain't seen him in 8 years. She probably doing that for the neighbors. You know how weird it'd be if she lived at 8 years. And
Yeah, I
guess
you got a point there. She trying to live the civilian life.
Yeah, you out here living in the house. You go to the house, she look exactly like 25, like 12 years later. Like,
she's never aged.
Because the rest of them ain't really. They out there in the underground tunnel just running around. This, by the way,
I guess they all can't look like Amelia Clark, unfortunately.
Shout out to Amelia Clark. This scene was interesting. They were trying to kill a Navy person to get them started.
I'm still trying to figure this nigga out, man.
We all trying to.
I was gonna say
he seems important.
he feels important.
He's at every car that they need to have something happen. He never get off. He just there.
But that's part of the spy thriller feel, though. You've got to have this unknown quantity.
Like, is he gonna find? What if he find out his real name is an important scroll from the company?
What if that's Kurt, the original Super Skrull, and graphics is, even though he is the fucking graphics is the original Super Skrull for this? What if this nigga's like the original or something? It'd be a very MCU thing to do, reappropriating people and whatnot.
Nick Fury is back to his untrusting ways, but he chose to trust his wife, as you can see when you look at the pink phone Joe was talking about earlier.
Yeah. She never had to. She never had to change the phone. It's been the same phone number. She's been down forever.
Yeah.
Yo, symbolism, folks.
Round 2. Aisha in the chat. Shout out Aisha Morgan showing some love. I'm gonna go over some stuff I like, then we could just go over stuff y'all like. I love Talos in this episode. He finally had his episode. I feel like
he showed up.
Because he hasn't had his episode this whole time. And I'm like, what Talos is? Why is he here? Now you know why he had this epic scene. Not only that, he's the only person ain't scared of Gravik because he put them, he choked him.
He's like, I don't give a fuck who you are, boy.
I don't care if you got 1,000 y'all around me. I'll end you before you get to me.
Been knocking shit down for a long time.
But then we had this scene when he was talking to Fury. He showed emotion. He did not end the little kid as Fury would have. So, but he like, there's nobody up here. And then he got caught by the Navy operator. And then, of course, with Nick Fury said, nah, I'll take the kid. Yeah. Which led to an amazing scene in which he had to get the codes, or the submarine was going to blow up the airplane, which would cause World War III guaranteed. So they had to get the code. He called in his daughter, of course, Gaia. Shout out to Gaia, played by Amelia Clark. She has been the traitor the entire time, which Gravik kind of thought.
Turncoat.
Yep. So she hit him up, got the code, beat up the two dudes. Hey, General Guy. And then she like punched him in the face. Then we saw all the people from the Fox News guy to the Prime Minister and all them. They getting all their mind wiped and everything from the frontal cortex. And she finds the Navy general.
Downloaded.
Yeah. So she found the David. Let's see.
You think about having to scrub through all that. It's just a giant hard drive. It's just a giant hard drive full of fucking important people's memories.
Yeah. Did you say submarine would blow up the airplane? Yes. They had a little submarine that was going to blow up the airplane that was coming through, which had a bunch of important people on it, which would have caused...
Set it off.
Very different from what's going on in our real world, where submarines kind of just blow themselves in,
submersibles imploding and whatnot,
or down.
So Guy gets the code, they break it down. Talos gets his moment to shine, and Tori already mentioned he called out Nick Fury earlier in the episode.
Yeah,
about,
but
hey,
that was my shit, yo.
And then, of course, Guy gets shot. So they hinted at her death, even though I don't think she did.
We've seen the promo material of her fighting later on. We know she's not fucking dead.
Well, hey, Marvel has put a lot of stuff in promo material that didn't come through. We did see a Hulk fight.
I guess, but I don't know.
Hulk fight Thanos.
I will be thoroughly surprised if she's actually dead.
That would be impact if she actually did that, but
they already took Maria Hill.
Yeah,
why are they taking all the bad bitches?
When do we get Daisy? Maybe they just replace one each time. Then we're gonna get Daisy quick.
Oh, that's smart.
Chloe
Cycling
Bennett
through them.
Chloe Bennett. Monterey, I'm done with what I liked about the episode. Mateo.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Just gonna sneak in there slightly, give a little bit of thoughts about this episode. It was nice. This one picked up a bit more, especially on the danger front of how serious this is, how one wrong move could go everywhere. They went a little further than I thought they would, like this far, because I thought the whole thing of Fury and Talos, coming back together and all that kind of stuff would happen like another episode or two later. Like, oh no, they were beating for one episode and then that's it. So okay, cool. They got back together real quick. And I like the little snappiness they got between the two of them. Talos like he ain't rolling over. Like, oh no, you're gonna apologize to me.
Nigga, you would be unremarkable without me.
You'll be sweeping in the lobby like a janitor, and we and my other 19 friends was not here feeding you this information. Don't be trying to take all this credit like it was just you. So it's like, I respect that, standing up for himself and everything of that nature. I'm with that. Daughter getting taken. I'm like, look, if she gone, she gone. But either way, we all knew as soon as he made that call, oh, she ain't gonna make it out of there. We all knew it. So I mean, just if she off, she's not.
If you watch this episode and whenever the man say get out, they finna die out.
But I'm just still of the mindset like they're still screwed. Like I'm still not seeing how are they going to be able to actually just stop this entire invasion, unless they really just able to sway the mass grouping of people, and they're gonna be some Talos talking no jutsu type Talos talking no jutsu type stuff at the end of this. That's about the only way I see them pulling this off. Otherwise, they still screwed to me. But it is what it is. Also, shout out to them in them silences. They're not afraid to.
Yeah, we see more blood. We see hands get cut off. We see stabbings.
I love that part.
A little more graphic, like I said.
How did you feel about the score? How did you feel about the music behind that? Zelmay felt the music for that scene was lacking.
I wasn't even worried about the music, to be honest with you. I was more worried about the fact that as soon as he stood up and pushed this man, about 20 of them changed instantly. That got me more than any music did. I was like, oh, my boy came prepared. That's what I'm talking about.
That was a really cool scene. I just wanted the music to be so much better so I can put it on TikTok and it be epic moment.
Epic montage.
Yeah. I usually say you love a show full of fiends, scumbags, and heathens. It's a shout out to y'all.
I think this show has all three maybe rolled all into one person.
Yeah, that probably would be all just Tori. But can I say this though? This guy right here,
this nigga
right here, this dude right here, he winning me over. I'm like, oh yeah, he a villain. I feel like he's
that's
like
a dirty,
he's
Dan ass nigga.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I can see you him. Like a lot of times you see the villain, you be like, oh, he's just a kooky villain. Like, nah, I murder. Yeah. I kill. I play mind games. I manipulate. I'm ready to go to war. I'm a psychopath. I want to kill everybody because you know how we go to war, Talos. You know how we do it. You keep talking about you gonna tell everybody.
Except for when it's the Kree Empire, then you get smacked.
And he said, if y'all did it my way, we would have won. Gravity said, y'all being nice out here, dog. I'm out here. Let's pretend to be their best friend and end them right there. He is creating super Skrulls now that could probably fight the Kree. So they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, Super Skrulls changed the game, bro. Getting the Super Skrulls without the Fantastic Four is still kind of weird, though. But they're doing a better job than I thought they would.
Man, I'm be real. I think you're gonna get like one Super Skrull At
A
the end,
Gravik. I
it's
think
gonna get
Gravik is the Super Skrull.
to
He
get
did have
taken
Helen.
out, and that's gonna
He's
be it.
the cur of this freaking canon.
I mean,
My,
I don't see Fury and no gun. I don't see Fury and no silencers taking on no Super Skrull. But we'll see how this goes.
I think Gravik gonna be the only one to get it, and then they're gonna do
Yeah,
something.
that's
But
what I was thinking too. He's probably gonna be. They still got to get invisibility though. They got the super strength. They got the stretchy. They got the fire. Where's the invisibility coming from? I need to know.
what I'm hoping for from that is that Gravik be the only one to get it, and they think he's dead, but he regenerate, and then
Matter of fact,
you
I
see
go
it, and then it continues on to a main story. Yeah,
I go so
Well,
far as
well,
to
he's
say
got
I think
extremis, so we know he can heal super fast and mimic
I don't.
pyrokinesis to a certain extent.
Nah, I don't think he will. I think him and Talos will get it, and they'll throw down at the end of it. That's
See,
what
I was thinking Amelia Clark was going to end up a super scroll. I'm not going to lie.
I think they'll give it to
I think
Talos and him.
Gaia could end up a super scroll.
I think they give it to Talos, and I think they give it to Gravik, and they'll throw down at the end to finally settle it. That's what I think.
That could be fire.
I think that breakfast that Talos was having,
A
man, he just
full
took that
English,
big,
a
he took
full
that
English breakfast.
he took that big ass bite of that tomato. Like,
Ugh.
man, like you gotta have tomatoes in like bits and pieces. You feel me? You can't just take no big ass bite of a tomato. I mean, he took that bitch down. I mean, that was a big ass bite. So I didn't like that breakfast. I tried to give it a chance, but the tomato was right next to the egg, which is
That's
next to the
blood
toast. Like,
sausage with it too, Joe. That's a
but it
full
was probably
English
some,
bread
it
and
was probably some
beans.
mushrooms on that joint. So
Yes,
I
there
mean,
was.
that's what I didn't like about the episode.
Aisha got a question. Who's microwave going on? Probably
You
Monday.
know who microwave going off? The only nigga that got the ability to get up without nobody seeing him. Shadow Man.
Shout out to Monte. Said he got
Shadow
it. He got to
Man
get
just
him.
Hey,
Shadow
you
Man
got
ready to
eat.
eat. Shit, I'm ready to eat too. So what's up? Final thoughts? What we doing?
Final thoughts theory on this episode. I don't think this ends Secret Invasion. I think this is a setup to something that's probably gonna come out like 2026 or 2025 after we get
It
like
could
Fantastic
definitely be a
Four.
slow burn because,
Yeah.
like, it's
Dang, you
hard
doing it
to
like that after
Secret Invasion in 6 episodes. How?
you doing that after episode 3? We gotta say that for episode 6, bro.
Hey, listen, they need something. They need something. I think episode 4, 5, and 6 might give us a little something. So I gotta give them something.
I was gonna say, I think if we dive back, if they show us like some instances in which the Skrulls were fucking apart in the past Marvel universe, because we know they're trying to emphasize now that freaking no one outside of Nick Fury really and a few select others knew who these Skrulls were, or even knew the Skrulls were there. And if you really think about it, I feel like most of the people in the Avengers that would have known are gone. Like Black Widow, who probably could have, Iron Man, Captain America. You know what I mean? The niggas who I feel like really probably could have figured out that there were Skrulls are gone and not usable at this point. So
I think what's gonna happen is Nick Fury is I mean not Nick Fury, I'm sorry, Fury's wife. I got you. Fury's wife is gonna probably try and assassinate Gilgamesh or whatever.
graphic.
Bragg.
Graphics.
He gonna
Yeah.
Graphics. He gonna try. I think she's gonna try and set it up to try and assassinate him
I hope she
in order to keep her husband.
Oh
Because
yeah.
she was really ate up about how he left, and so right now I think it looks like she's working with Gravix, but
Y'all
on some
think
real stuff.
y'all think
I
she
think
was
that
getting any dick during the time he was snapped out, or was she faithful the whole time?
I'm gonna let you answer that on your turn. Answer that on your turn. I'm gonna leave that for you to answer that one because I wasn't even thinking about that. Okay, it did cross my mind. Like,
I know it did.
but yeah, I just think that his wife's about to play a big role going forward. It might be like that weak piece because we saw that that Fury is very he's a savage when it comes down to it. So I look to see his wife play a bigger role in the whole end game of this.
They're free. Okay.
Yeah.
Season or this series.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
wait,
my
no.
thoughts.
Freeze
I'm
again.
gonna watch the way it's presented. I don't want to sit here and guess in regards to what I read in the comic books and stuff like y'all doing. I just want to watch.
Oh, no, this ain't
That's
nothing like the
literally
comic book.
I was gonna say we haven't done that. We literally talked about doing the opposite of that, Joe. Where have you been at this episode? Get in the game.
What is a super scroll? That's what a person like me would say if I never knew about that.
Well, that,
What
hey,
else,
that's
nigga?
a
What else would you
What?
call a
That's
scroll? I was gonna say,
that's
you notice
that's
how everyone
conjecture.
just looked at you, Joe? Come on now.
No, that's
I got
that's
what?
hypothesis. If you are a
No,
person that's just
nigga,
watching a
no. Hey,
series,
what would
well,
you
that is.
call a Joe? What would you call a scroll that got superpowers, nigga? A
I guess
super
you would,
scroll. A super
but
scroll, nigga.
so
Come
that exists.
on. Quit being
So that
nitpicky. Joe's just trying to be obstinate, y'all.
so
It's
that
okay.
exists in the comic books, correct?
Come on,
So a
Joe.
person who has not read the comic books is not going to be expecting a super scroll. That's what you're expecting. I'm not
Well,
expecting
they
that.
kind of said
Bruh,
it in the
bruh,
episode.
I
So
was gonna say they literally mentioned it. What the fuck are you?
What have you seen that says anything that in the first 2 episodes, some a super
Did
scroll?
you not see this nigga get? Did you not see the list of people's powers that they took? The stretch. Come on, we know. What are you talking about?
I know exactly what I'm talking about.
You
Somebody is
don't, or
watching
you wouldn't be
television, watching.
saying this. We
You're
literally
calling
in the last episode,
you're calling it.
Joe. In the last episode, they showed us which superpowers they were using to give the components. What are you talking about? It was Groot, fucking Frost Beast, and fucking who was the other? The Extremis, which
I
we
saw
saw
those
you.
things,
Exactly. Come
but
on.
I'm not expecting. I'm not calling them super
We're,
scroll. You calling it super
oh my
scroll?
God, this nigga. All
Did they
right,
say that in the comic book? Answer that question. Is it in the comic
Joe,
book? In the comic
Joe,
book, do they call super? It's
Joe.
one question. The
That's
one
got
question you
nothing.
can
Yeah,
talk
of
to
course
the
they
cows
do.
come
Why
home.
would we be calling it
Okay.
a super scroll if they didn't?
Okay.
But I'm
Okay.
saying,
Okay. That's all I need to hear. Thank you. Go ahead.
Murray,
Next
Murray,
person.
what's your thoughts on all this?
Joe
Hold on, my
losing
mic.
the argument is crazy.
It's some good tea. It's some real
What
good
what
tea.
what are your thoughts on us hypothesizing on super scrolls? Since no one knows what a super scroll is, Monray, and fucking the scrolls getting superpowers is just a thing with no name. And fucking, if you've never read a comic book, you wouldn't think it'd be a super scroll. Come
Are you
on.
asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you what you think about what Joe just said to us.
I mean,
I
prior to
prefer to hear
episode,
what he thinks about the show because
No,
the
no,
argument
wait,
is
Joe.
super as
I
fuck.
was just, I'm just
I
trying
mean,
to figure out what you're saying.
prior to episode 2, they didn't mention the Super Scrolls by name, but in this episode, they said them by name.
Well, no, I know, but I don't. But you see what I'm saying?
Nope.
I mean, you could say that you expected something more off of the list of powers that they showed.
No, I'm not even complaining. I think Joe's problem was that I called them super scrolls. That's what I'm trying to get to the root of.
First of all, I want you to know that it's not because you called it super scrolls, because all y'all called it super scroll based off of
But
theories, based off of the comic
no,
book.
not based off of theories, just based off of fucking what else are we supposed to call scrolls with superpowers? That's literally
Okay.
why they
This
call them
episode, I called
super
it because they
scrolls.
called them that, but in this scene right here.
But he's
Well, I
saying
mean, yes,
prior
they
to
called
that.
them that then, but I'm saying even that's the whole reason they named them super scrolls to
Okay, who is
begin
this
with.
black man? Tell us what your thoughts are. Why is he always featured everywhere?
Because he's gonna be one of the ones that's gonna turn at the end.
I do too. I think that he's like,
gonna turn.
He's
But he
the
already was
sleeper.
asking questions to Gravik today. He gonna turn. No, we know he's gonna
He
turn.
might be from the other side. That was a question we were asking earlier. Like,
could be a
what's he
spy.
doing?
There's
He could
super.
be
This is super. This is about the Bible. This is about the Bible. We got super
Lord.
scrolls now. Hell yeah.
Super
That's what we
scrolls.
talk.
Oh,
All
well,
right,
that's all I got.
Like and
Yep.
subscribe. This is a good episode. Can't wait to
Thank you
episode
all.
4.
It's fun.
Peace to
Mom,
you
where
all.
can they find you?
You already know your boy Monray Hudson. Everywhere it says Monray Hudson. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, most likely. Come hear what I got to say. Blurred Cartel over on 99 Media and of course Buzz. I appreciate y'all. Thank you all.
Tor, where can they find you?
At AfroComedy765 on all social media platforms, of course, on Overall 99 Media. Being an Overall 99 scumbag, you know the vibe. Something flagrant, something inflammatory.
Uniqo, where can they find you?
You can find me Uniqo UNIQO Williams on YouTube. We just hit 200 subscribers.
Let's
Clap
go.
this shit up.
But go.
We're on the road to 500, and then you know what time it is after we get there. And then, but yeah, everywhere else though, if you just want to just link up, just UniqoWilliams.com. We playing Diablo level 15 Rogue in the house. Let's get it.
Let's go. And you know where to find me. Overall 99 Media right here. Zell May. I'll be that news. Everything on Earth. I'm everywhere. Y'all probably gonna see 2 more episodes coming out tomorrow. when this come out. So be looking forward to those. We got Elemental
Nine times.
coming out, so I'm looking forward to all those things. Remember, like and subscribe. We got a lot of stuff coming on the channel.
Press all the buttons.
All the buttons, all that. Hit that notification bell so you know when we live. There's a little slacking later, but we gonna get back. We gonna get back. You know how we do. They're trying to
Summer
figure
fun, folks. We're reining it in though.
Yeah. Hope y'all had a great 4th of July also. Hope y'all did. Joe,
Nobody
Tori,
lost
before we go,
anything.
what y'all eat?
Nothing special.
Oh man, I
fast food.
Man, we eating shit from this past weekend still, bruh. It's going down.
Is your spaghetti next to your catfish? So
It's just spaghetti in a bowl today with some ranch and some crackers on it.
you did it right. You did it right today. You did it right.
But earlier it was an entree to my hamburger and hot dog. I mean, it was a
black
side to
people.
my hamburger.
We can't be
and hot dog.
celebrating Colonizers Day, can we?
We can always take a day off and start grilling. I don't give a fuck what the reason is.
Most definitely.
Day to me.
I'm a scumbag. I'm never gonna tell you not to relax. I just didn't.
No, because Juneteenth I was on a schedule, so and I was like, okay, bet, say less.
You was wearing a fedora for sure.
Nah,
No.
I only wore a fedora for Indian. Bye, y'all. Fuck.
Oh, what did you eat before we get?
You
off?
might be a Skrull. You might be a Skrull, but until then,
What? Who? Me? Arby's.
Oh my God! Get out! All right, we better get out of here. He ate white people food.
You might be a Skrull that works at Arby's, but until then, they don't know.
Who are these niggas?
That might be the only time